Introducing
Charlotte,
Jenny,
and all that jazz.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of And All That Jazz.
Hello, Charlotte here.
And Jenny. I decided that I sounded like a pixie in the last episode, so I'm trying to sound a little bit more refined and grounded.
Yeah, and I've been trying to talk her out of it because I have the low voice and she has the high voice, and if we alter that too much, we're going to sound even more alike than we already do.
We do actually sound like voice twins sometimes, which just several people actually have pointed out to us, haven't they?
They have.
Yeah.
We keep getting told. We've got
Okay.
to keep your high pitch.
I'll revert to my normal resonance. So, we were talking the other day about your workshop with Dan Bailey, where the warm-up was all about things that you'd failed at. So,
Yes.
So, what have you failed at this week?
Oh, well. Lots of things, Jenny. I've failed at lots of things. I failed at sleeping.
Wah, 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 wah.
My failure this week is probably not being cast in Romeo and Juliet with Wiltshire Creative.
Ah, never mind.
Yeah, I went down to London for the audition. Knew all of my lines. I'd learnt them. I had a week to learn them. Learnt all of my lines. Got into the audition room. Had a really good chat with the director who I met a couple of years ago when I was ASM on the same project with Wiltshire Creative.
Oh, that's
Different
good.
show,
So
same
you,
project.
yeah, so you sort of had a bit of background.
Yeah. There was only two of them in the room, so it was really small. Then he explained how the project was going to be done this year, and it sounds so cool. And I was like, you know, when you get that feeling, I walked in there kind of going, I'm not really bothered if I get this or not, because maybe I could be ASM on it.
Yeah.
But then when he started talking about the project, I was like, I desperately want to be in this show. So I then got all in my head. I think I put so much more pressure on myself than what I went in with.
Yeah.
Then obviously after we'd had a chat, he was like, oh, okay, so should we do the scene? And I was like, yeah, great. Thinking I'm so ready. Forgot all the lines. I couldn't remember a single line. So I then had to pick up the side, which is fine. And I probably should have just gone with that in the first place and just read it.
Aside, for those of you that aren't from the industry, aside means that page of script, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I picked it up. Again, like I should have just done that in the first place and just kind of glanced at it rather than trying to force myself to remember it. And I just absolutely fluffed. And I wasn't cool about it. Like I forgot all the lines.
Didn't style it out.
I did not style it out. Shakespeare is really hard to style out.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
But I didn't even attempt to style it out. Like I just fully had like a mini little like strop to myself in front of, and I was like, Charlotte, what are you doing? Like, get a grip.
Doesn't sound like you. You're unflappable.
Oh, honestly, no, I'm not usually like that. I do get nervous, but not like that. Like I can usually hold myself together, but for some reason that day it just wasn't happening. I just wasn't holding myself together at all. I kind of knew walking out that I didn't get that one. Usually you kind of walk out being like, it could go either way.
Yeah.
But I walked out of that one being like, yeah, no.
Oh, that's a shame.
I didn't get it. But I put myself forward as ASM.
So that's a win, because my next question was going to be, so what have you won at this week?
Well, I won at that, basically. Maddie Wade, who is working on the project, she's ASM. She has put me forward to the guys that are hiring and, said that I'd be interested in being another ASM.
Excellent.
So we'll see.
Yeah. The thing is, you've still been seen by another set of directors, producers, etc. You've still put yourself out there, just getting yourself down to London, doing the audition, good or bad, is an achievement, isn't it? And you've got to take that as a win.
Yeah, it is an achievement, and I think, like we've said many a time, I think talking about the rejection is really important, and I will keep stressing it because
it's 80% of the job.
Yeah. And you got to bounce back. And to be fair, that one did knock me a little bit, because I think because that's not how I usually hold myself in an audition room.
Actually, I think sometimes, like you say that you already knew the director and the people on the panel, sometimes you let your guard down a bit too much, don't you, when you're working with people that you know, and the adrenaline drops and you sort of take your eye off the ball, and that can be dangerous. So sometimes the adrenaline and the nerves keeps you sharp and on point, doesn't it?
Yeah, actually, that's very true. I'd not thought about that before because I'd been so wrapped up thinking, you know, I'd forgotten my lines and blah, 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 and that's why. But actually, I think you're probably right. I got comfortable talking to him about the project itself and, you know, what I'd been up to for the last 2 years since I'd seen him and whatever other questions he was asking me, and just completely
just relaxed a bit too much into the moment. Yeah
And I literally like I did a bit and I'd just completely lost the plot, and then I like turned my back on the panel and I was just like jumping and shaking myself. And I was like, Charlotte, this is so unprofessional, but I just didn't know what else to do to like shake my brain back into the room. It was a really strange experience. But
they must see that a lot though. You know, you're not used to it because it doesn't happen that often to you, but they must see that a lot when you're auditioning people. People are coming from all different walks of life. They've had different starts to their day. You know, so that it must happen a lot to people in the audition room. You just don't see it, do you?
Yeah, and the director was fine about, like, I mean, fine is probably not a word to describe it, but he was just like, should we do that again?
It's worse if they're nice to you.
I'm standing there like, yes, please.
Passing you on the head.
Yes, please. So now I've been under the grill.
Under the microscope.
What have you failed at this week?
What have I failed at? Well, I've realised that my name is Jenny and I am addicted to Facebook Marketplace. It was Vinted, but it's now Facebook Marketplace. I think it's because I'm not sleeping very well, and so I'm in bed at night scrolling, doom scrolling, and I end up on Facebook Marketplace, and then I buy things that I don't really need. And I sell it to myself as, you know, it's like keeping my brain active and giving me little challenges. It's a project, So I've bought some, to be fair, it was free. I got some garden furniture that I'm going to do up.
That's cool though.
Over the next few weeks, ready for the summer.
Yeah.
And I also got, I can't even describe it. It's really random. It's like a tree.
You bought a tree on Facebook Marketplace.
It's a big tree. It's a tree trunk.
Okay, tree trunk.
And they've like attached log legs to it. And then it's got like a bird table on top. All real wood.
Okay.
But they've hollowed out the tree trunk and it's got like a door in it. So it's like a magic secret door in there.
I'm just trying to picture what it looks like. So there's a log standing upright.
Yes.
With the legs on it.
Yeah, at the bottom.
At the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, and then you open up this little door, like a cupboard.
Yeah.
And there's a little shelf in there, so you can put, you know...
Are you going to have it inside your house?
No, it's for outside. It's massive and it's very heavy. So it's for the garden. Yeah.
Have you got it yet?
Yeah, I went and fetched it and I managed to like heave it out of the boot.
Oh my God.
And nip the garden by myself. So I was like...
Hench.
Yeah, I was super strong. Independent woman. But I'm really excited about it because it's really fun and Austin will love it.
I was just about to say, Austin would love that.
It's very exciting and it's the sort of place you can hide Easter eggs or at Christmas hide little things in there or just, you know, treasure hunts around the garden.
You build a little home for the fairies.
Exactly, yeah. It's very whimsical. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like quite a good failure.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's not great that you're not sleeping or...
And I'm poor, but apart from those things, yeah. I do have a magic tree.
Scrolling.
Yeah.
Magic trees for the win.
In Theatre World, we went to see Bluey live yesterday.
Okay, what was that like?
Brilliant. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, another really good children's show. It was puppets. There were 2 puppeteers per puppet.
Okay, yeah.
So there were 10 puppeteers altogether. So it was quite a big cast.
It is quite a big cast.
Yeah.
Where was it on?
At the Alex.
At the Alex?
Yeah,
Nice.
in Birmingham. So I love that theatre. It's really traditional and it's blue. You know, theatres are often red inside, aren't they?
Yeah,
The fabric and the curtains and the decor is often red.
Yeah.
But it's blue at the Alex. So it's a bit different.
I've only been in there once to watch Danny Beard, and I don't remember anything being blue. It shows how much I was paying attention.
Well, that's good because
I mean,
you were
I'll take your word
obviously
for it, but-
enthralled by the show itself. But I was in there a few weeks ago because I was working on Miss Saigon. So,
yeah.
but I didn't actually go in the auditorium then when I was working on it. So I haven't been in the auditorium for probably a year or so. So it's nice to be back in there. Yeah.
Did Austin enjoy it?
Yeah, he loved it.
Yeah.
It was 50 minutes, so it was just right. Music and dancing, and obviously all the children knew the theme tune and all the characters, so they're already on side with it.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, I said we went to see the Three Little Pigs a couple of weeks ago. Obviously the children know the story of the Three Little Pigs, but they're not sort of as well known characters as Bluey. So
Yeah,
the
well, probably
audience,
not these days.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have known the Three Little Pigs over Bluey.
Well, yeah.
Because I don't think did Bluey exist when we were little? Probably
Certainly
not.
didn't exist when I was little. Thanks for bringing that up, Charlotte. So, yeah, they were already on side with it, you know, so nice crowd. Really good show.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see Prima Face
Ooh.
with Jodie Comer on Saturday.
Ooh.
I'm very excited. She's coming to Birmingham. I honestly can't quite believe it. The tickets sold out within the first 2 days.
They flew.
It was insane. So I managed to get some staff rate tickets.
Excellent.
Literally can't wait.
So what's Prima Face about?
Prima Face is a show about a young lawyer from a working class background who's worked her way up to the top ranks of being a barrister, which is kind of like Jodie Comer's own story. Obviously not being a lawyer, but as an actor she's come from a working class background and worked her way up to the fame of Hollywood.
Right.
So I guess it kind of mirrors it in that respect.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited to see it. She's supposed to be incredible in it. I love her in movies, and I'm kind of mad fangirling, which I never do.
I only know her from Killing Eve.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I haven't seen her in anything else. So
I first became aware of her in My Mad Fat Diaries, which was I think it was a Channel 4 TV programme, and it was just about teenagers basically living their lives. So that was where I first saw her, and then obviously Killing Eve, and then all the films that she's done since.
yeah. She was really versatile in Killing Eve, though, wasn't she?
Oh my God, she was incredible.
I mean, that was the whole point of her character, really, wasn't it? That she had different looks, different accents, different personalities. So, yeah, that was a good showcase for her talent.
It really was. What better opportunity to give your everything so that you're not just being put into one casting bracket?
What better opportunity to not be pigeonholed?
Yeah. Which we say all the time because it's what happens to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so excited. I literally can't wait. It would be, imagine if we could get an interview with her. Jodie Comer.
We'll manifest it.
If you are listening to this podcast, we would love to interview you.
So what else has been centre stage with you?
Oh, I'm teaching in a school for the first time in about 2 years.
Oh, good eye.
3 years.
Theatre and education. We like
Theatre
it.
and education. Yes. I'm just covering someone's sessions, so I've got to do 2 hour-long classes with year 5 students, and then I've got to do an after-school programme with years 2 and 3.
Oh, the littlies.
Yeah, the little ones.
I used to do a lot of teaching in schools.
Did you?
Drama. Yeah, I loved it. Really good.
What did you teach? Acting?
I used to do, drama clubs and curriculum time sessions as well.
Cool.
And then I used to run youth theatres at various theatres. I used to work at the Royal in Derngate in Northampton.
Oh, yeah.
Loved it there. The Palace Theatre in Redditch. Number 8 in Pershore. I've done a few.
Yeah, you've done
over the
loads.
years.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I love working with the children. It was really good fun.
I find it really rewarding, but I also find it quite difficult at times. I don't know if it's because I always felt like if I hadn't done anything with my career yet, then and I shouldn't be teaching children how to be in the industry because I didn't know how to be in the industry myself.
Yeah.
So I always had that kind of thing with teaching. But since I stepped away from it, because I did like workshops in Italy, and I've done like teaching English through drama and dance. I've taught loads of dance classes, but I had the same thing with that as well. But it was kind of like, until I stepped away from it, I kind of didn't realise that actually at that age it's not about industry yet.
It's just about sparking their enthusiasm, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So I'm kind of excited to go in tomorrow.
So what are your workshops going to be about? Have you been given a theme, or?
I've got to do a workshop about the Industrial Revolution and the effect that it had on the jewellery quarter in Birmingham. So that'll be quite cool.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
That's where drama is really important in schools, though, because that would just be a sit-down history lesson a few years ago. But now they bring in drama to teach that history through acting and performance, or just movement, basically, you know.
Yeah.
Because so many children are kinesthetic learners as well, rather than academic reading and writing learners. So they'll get so much from that in so many ways.
Yeah,
it's brilliant.
I'm very excited about it. Highly Sprung are a company that do that really well. That's basically their whole ethos. I've worked for them a couple of times, and I've witnessed them working with children, and they're just incredible. They just capture it so well, and usually they do environmental workshops in schools, and obviously they do a lot of other things as well, but that's one of their kind of main focuses amongst the stuff. And they do it through physical theatre, through like drama, physical theatre. And with them, that's when I started to learn that it wasn't about the industry, that it was, like you said, about sparking their creativity and their confidence and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
So
have you done your research for your workshops?
I've done some research, yes. I've got to do some more, and I've got to put together an actual plan of what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But it's actually really interesting. Like we were one of the biggest providers of jewellery in the world.
Well, this is the other thing about teaching, because I've had to do this in the past, where you're given a topic that you need to teach a session on, and then you have to go away and research it, and you learn so much yourself, and it is interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And then you kind of like, ooh, and then you get the next exciting part, which is, how can I put this into drama activities?
Yeah.
And like, how can I involve them in the process of telling the story of what happened?
It's a creative challenge and project for you in itself, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, actually. I didn't think I would be, but I am.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll have to get back to us and let us know how you get on.
Yeah, I will. I've traumatised 60 children.
I did a show. Well, I wasn't teaching, but I did a show once at the Royal and Derngate in Northampton, and it was called 60 Miles by Road or Rail, and it was all about the development of Northampton back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
And how Northampton was a new town and how it's come to be the town that it is today. So I took on the job, not really knowing anything about the show. And through the rehearsals and the show process, I learned so much about Northampton. Yeah. But also, I realised that it was applicable to Redditch, where I live. And so I ended up actually learning a lot about Redditch and the way that Redditch came about. And so, it was a really interesting process for me, because I'd started off not even knowing what the show was about. But through it all, I learned so much about the place I actually live myself. So, it's brilliant working on a show like that you actually develop yourself and widen your own knowledge.
Yeah, it is, because I don't really know a lot about Birmingham, which is bad because I've lived there my entire life, but you don't really ever learn the history of the city that you live in. I feel like that's something that, it was missed for us. So we were learning about the history of the wider world rather than our own kind of back doorstep. It's great.
Yeah, it's really good.
You can always learn stuff as an adult.
So that's all we've got time for this week.
No.
But what have we learned?
What have we learnt this week?
We've learnt that you never stop learning.
You never stop learning.
Even when you're teaching, you're learning.
Yeah.
Love it.
Nice.
Remember to follow us on socials.
Yes, TikTok, Instagram.
And all that jazz_pod.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week for more on Theatre television.